views and opinions expressed on Live at the Barbershop are entirely those of the host, guest, and caller and do not reflect the opinions of Live at the Barbershop or its staff. Viewers' discretion is advised. The following podcast is intended for mature audiences only and contains adult contents, graphic language, strong sexual content, and a whole lot of shit talking. So in other words, get your kids out the room.
Live at the Barbershop with your hosts, Nisha J, Aaliyah, Black Republican, and those two crazy Caribbean guys from the Q&N show, Norris and Q. And now, the man of the hour, Mr. HNIC, Mr. Sleep When You're Dead, Hustle Now, the magnificent.
Yo, son. What's up with all that?
I was just trying to amp it up, you know, like...
Oh, okay, all right, yeah, all right, I'm with that.
John, live at the Barbershop Podcast.
What's the deal? Technical difficulties. What's good?
Yeah, man.
Good night, everyone in the shop. Good night, everyone out there in TV land.
Yeah, social media land.
Tonight is gonna be a very interesting topic. Being that we're on social media.
Yeah.
But we was having a discussion recently and we was chopping it up. A few friends of mine and everyone was just throwing ideas back, and I stated something. I said, it seems like nowadays we are desensitized to anything because of social media.
Yeah.
A couple people said
we need it.
A couple people said nah. I said yeah. Things have changed over the years. I'm a 70s baby. So
I'm an 80s baby.
So 70s, 80s, 90s.
Yeah.
Things changed going into the 2000s. I think 9/11 probably was maybe the last major one that people paid attention to, and it resonated in your heart.
Yeah.
I know for my family and myself, it was a personal issue within the family, so that definitely stuck with us till today.
Oh, okay.
I had a few other friends that had loved ones that passed away, and even if you didn't, just from how society was, back then,
more passion for people.
Yeah, there was a more passionate, thing for this thing we call life.
Yeah.
Nowadays, because of an ample supply of cell phones with cameras, you find that when a person is in need of help, someone is quicker to video it.
Yeah.
Rather than
who get the shot first.
Right, rather than lending a helping hand.
Yeah.
So,
and it's sad.
You find that a person now, his mind is kind of split in half, where it's, should I help the person or should I record this?
Yeah.
Because if I record this, especially if that person has, like a page or followings or something.
Yeah, it's as if you gotta guess if you gotta do 911 or take shots of this incident.
Yeah,
it's a double jeopardy. Should I call or should I? Maybe somebody else will call.
Facts.
I'm gonna get a video.
We so passionate about this, we totally forgot to even introduce the squad and everyone else. So, my apologies on that. It was just we've been dying to jump on this subject for a while. So tonight's going to be very interesting. So before we get deep into it, without further ado, let me introduce myself. My name is John. I'm the host for tonight. Alongside of me is my man Q. Yo, Q, what it do?
What's up? We're back in the building, man. Back in the shop, man.
So let's introduce the rest of the panel. Live on deck, fresh in the flesh. I got Sassy. Sassy's in the building. What's good? What's good? What's good?
Hey.
All right. Thank you for joining us. Next
Pleasure
up,
to be here.
we have Aaliyah. Aaliyah is in the building. What up? What up? What up?
Blessings, everyone.
Blessings.
Hey,
And how are you tonight?
Blessings.
So, you heard what Q and I were going over before we brought you guys out from the green room. Desensitized. The society, social media has us so desensitized to things that as the years go on, like when we grew up, the 70s, 80s, 90s babies.
Yeah.
We're outside.
Yeah, you are not only the fact that you were outside, but life meant something a little bit different.
Yeah, there are more. Yeah.
Don't get me wrong now. The older OGs before our time grew up on cowboy pops. Grew up on cowboy movies where shooting someone was like nothing.
Starboy don't die.
But at the end of the day, we still understood that was entertainment.
Yeah.
Like you went to that thing to watch it, you got up and you left, and reality kicked back in. You understand? Now, because of social media and because of so many people uploading so many different videos and footage, so much information going in now, you're seeing things without you even wanting to see it. Like I remember, okay, perfect example. And I mean, I'm guilty of it myself.
Yeah.
I think it was Q. I think you told me about it. It was a thing back home in Jamaica where I don't remember. I think 2 of you got shot.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
and I mean literally, I don't want to get too graphic, but
yeah. They actually have the video.
Yeah, the video was out
in his face, like
literally the person died. 2 of them died.
Demonstrating he's gonna die, running to the next one. He looks like he's gonna die too. It was so graphic, Damn. It's crazy.
Yeah, and I mean half the person's face was gone.
Yeah.
And I was at work. I remember when I got the text, and I myself looked at it. I was like, "Whoa!"
Yeah.
But it didn't really hit me like it should, and that's maybe because there's so many of these videos that's out there now. Where back in my days, if you saw that, it would penetrate your brain for a couple of days. Because I've seen people get shot straight right next to me type situation.
Yeah.
And to this day, it's still embedded in my brain. Because it's like 1 minute you're seeing a life standing and then the next minute it's gone. Yeah. And it never left. But now, due to the fact that social media is
things are numb,
bombarding us with so much information. Yeah. It's like we are super desensitized to it. You know what I'm saying? Anyone else's thought on that?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's like we see it so much, you get tired of it. Not really tired, but I think it's how it feeds too, because with social media, the graphic things feed in also, it just blends in with things that you post, you know? So the background, the whole thing just looks the same. And basically the brain don't know how to differentiate. So it becomes, you get a little detached and you forget that there's real people suffering.
Right.
Yeah, because now it comes to us, as we were talking earlier, it comes to a situation now where is as if, should I get this video or should I call 911? Maybe somebody will call 911. I'm gonna be the video. I'm gonna take this video.
I'm gonna tell you something that's crazy.
It's crazy.
Just to tell you the difference in just the different years and how even how programming is. So now
algorithm.
But not even that. There was an episode on Seinfeld, and it's for the older heads that is even a fan of Seinfeld. there was an episode where the whole crew of them went out, and I forgot. I think they were in Pennsylvania, somewhere. I can't remember. I know they left New York and went to another spot, and someone was getting robbed or something, and they stood there and watched it, right? And when the person said, "Why didn't you help me?" They said, "Well, I mean, I didn't know, we had to." And that town actually put them on trial because they had a law called basically like a citizen law,
Arrest
basically type. Not even arrest, but like a due diligence law in that town where as a citizen of that town, you should help your fellow brethren. You understand what I'm saying? And it's just to tell you that the mindset that even for a sitcom to put that in there, it's almost like just subliminally telling us that, man to man, we should help each other.
Yeah.
But now it's to the point where, again,
how much views can I get?
How much views? What's the numbers? The algorithm. I need this. I want to get monetized. So before you look to aid someone, you're more looking to video the situation because that's your come up.
Yeah.
And it's a sad situation. When you look at the youths nowadays, just the video game portion. Now, mind you, we grew up on Atari. Okay, like in our days, your mind were blown when you saw a little blip going blip, 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 blip. You know what I'm saying? And now it's to the point where the graphics is so ahead of its time that you're seeing muscles, you're seeing blood, you're seeing all sorts of things. And here's the bad part of it is that a toddler can outplay me in a video game. Oh, what is these games now? Like Call of Duty. What's the car one?
Need for Speed.
The other one.
Gran Turismo.
Gran Turismo. All these other ones now where you're dragging people out their cars and shooting them. These kids are seeing these things at a young. What's that one?
Grand Theft Auto.
Grand Theft.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? These young kids are seeing this at a young age. So now you got to sit there and wonder now, like, what is it gonna be when they get to a certain age? Because, nowadays, unfortunately, parents now the TV's raising the kids or the video games and the iPads, and so the information is just keep flowing in, boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? So who's rationalizing anything to these kids now? And now when these kids get out and they walk out into the world, it's like they'll see, because and I personally experienced this. One of my best friends passed away through COVID, and just for some of the younger kids that were in certain programs and different things with us, when the mention of my friend passing, it literally was just like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? It's just like, and you're looking at them like, that's it? Like you're wondering like, whoa. Because, in our days, when you heard someone passed away, everyone either put their head down, like, oh my God, seriously, oh my God, Nowadays, it's like, man, that's messed up.
Yeah, that's messed up.
And it's just like in and out.
Really? And it's in and out, yeah.
In and out. Where life nowadays is really not even worth anything at the end of the day. Yeah. And then
we don't have passion for each other no more like that. It's just,
Live today, go on tomorrow.
Yeah. It is what it is at the end of the day.
And social media has so much to play in part of this, because the kids, them, even the simple the TikTok now, it's females are selling themselves on TikTok now.
For everyone.
People are selling themselves on TikTok like crazy.
Trying to get $1.
Huh? Yeah.
Numbers game.
Yeah, and when I'm saying actually money, cash up to see people do stuff on TikTok.
Yeah.
So the social media thing, it's crazy, but it depends on your focus on it.
Here's the thing, though.
Yeah.
Angela Bassett and her husband, I was watching some with them, and they said for them with their kids. Now I don't know. It's they didn't really go into detail of it, but they said when they're with their kids. Now I don't know the age, but I think at the time when I saw this, they had to be teenagers, like early teens. They say when they come home, the cell phones and all these different things get put in a lockbox situation. The weekends is the weekends with the family. Dinner is the dinner with the family. Once they're home together, no social media, no cell phone interaction, no none of that stuff. It's just them. You know what I mean? And at a point now, you got to wonder, like, they on the right track.
But
yeah, see, you need your phone.
No, but I'm at the same time I'm saying that the social, it's hard to control.
It's not really hard to
It's
control.
hard to control.
It's not really hard to control.
Because
you're
gonna get a phone from the mother.
It's not hard to control because even you guys, I watch you guys. What it is, you're programmed.
My phone is out.
No, man. You're programmed too.
I put it away.
Yo, let me tell you something. For everyone that don't know, okay? We was out in LA, okay? And I keep hearing this loud, repeated, because all right, you know, like Instagram, TikTok, all these things, they do these little short stories or loops.
Yeah.
Now, me, I'm not really into it. I'm hearing this, oh man, stop it. Oh man, stop it. And it's like, it's playing back for like 10 minutes. I'm like, what are you watching? TikTok or Instagram or whatever. I'm like, you got to keep playing the same thing? Nah, that's just they keep playing over. That's the thing that they do. The repetitive form is what programs you.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's it. You understand what I'm saying? It's a repetitive form. I hate to say, but even with
but it can be very interesting. Sometimes it can be
I take for instance
educational.
Stop that.
Hey,
No,
Q,
Stop that.
Listen. I do mostly like scriptures, Bible stuff, gospel stuff on TikTok. That's what I do. But it comes in between.
Mm.
And it's weird how you may see something biblical, and then in between that, you have a girl stripping.
Something satanic.
Hold on.
Biblical, then satanic.
Wait.
Biblical, then satanic.
Let me tell you something that's so crazy. So, like, for Q, it's the craziest thing. I saw your post the other day, right? Like, there was some song behind. I forgot, like, what the song was. Like, Jesus made me, Jesus did this, or whatever it is, right? So I'm like, okay, that Q's up to date. He got that, he put the song behind, and he posted it. You were mimicking, like, whatever the person was saying. Like, the person saying, did Jesus do something? Like,
no, I think it was Kobe Bryant.
Or whoever.
Yeah, it's Kobe.
At the end of the day, here's the thing with Q. That's to tell you how they got you programmed, right? No, don't tell me now, because here's the deal. Q will know how to go put that whole little thing together on Instagram, TikTok or whatever. And if you say, hey, Q, I need you to string the lights up. I don't know how to do that. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
I'm learning.
All you got to do, plug it in. You know what I'm saying? But because you have been programmed to what they want you now, or the algorithm, the way how you move and everything, your day-to-day movement, they understand that and they mold it and give it right back to you. So because in order for you to fit in with society nowadays, you must post.
But not really. But what I'm trying to say.
Come on now.
But what I'm trying to say.
All right, stop posting for like 2 months.
I can do that. I'm not good at
posting. All right, tell you what. Here's the challenge.
He doesn't
Don't post for 1 whole year.
No, we're not.
See,
Gonna...
exactly. My point. My point.
No,
My point.
what I'm saying, it's you can get something out of it. But what we're trying to say is the people who stick to the violence of it.
It's the algorithm.
Well, see, all right, here's the thing. It's not so much that the people that focus on the violence. For instance, when Q started World Star, it never started initially for what for World Star. It wasn't initially for what it ended up being.
Yeah, that's crazy.
The unfortunate part of it is that now it's labeled as that social media site where somebody's getting knocked out every day. Some
crazy.
Females is beating up somebody or some dude. It's not, that wasn't the initial
and then you
intent of it.
Yeah.
But
labeled.
But because of the numbers that kept going when someone posted something on it, was out the roof. Let's keep up with that.
Yeah.
Why bother to post hip hop videos when I'm getting like 20 likes when someone is cat fighting in the backyard?
Yeah.
And they getting 2 million posts.
Yeah.
They're gonna keep that going.
Yeah.
You understand? So now you as a consumer,
Is this a what it is it's like if I post it on YouTube, Warstar picks it, basically picks it up.
they pull it because they know, again, streaming numbers, they're gonna help.
Yeah.
Now,
right back to algorithm.
Going back to the 80s again, whenever something happened in the community, we came out full-fledged. We came out. Tawana Brawley. A few of y'all might not remember that, but came out. Now, there's so many that we could mention, but I'm just going to go to the last one, most recent one. So let's say George Floyd, okay? That situation that we saw, the officer on his neck, would have had everyone back in the days up in an uproar. Yes, people did come out and riot and different things like that, but you as a consumer at home, not where that actually happened in that state, that city, but you as a consumer back home watching it, how many of you guys were superly outraged to the point where you were heated enough that you were going to jump on a plane, go out there and protest?
Program.
That's the point. Is that you watch it, you say to yourself, man, that's messed up. Yeah. And then you ask the man next to you, so so where we going this week?
That's it.
Keep it moving.
Because you've seen so many of it.
Yeah.
And at some point, some people that I spoke to out in the street, they said, well, we can't control it. So if we can't control it, what we gonna do? Why let it bother your day? You understand? But is that a good thing for society moving forward? Because it's not about you anymore. If that's how we are looking at it, how is it going to happen for the next generation? Because the younger ones now probably going to be even worse than we are. You understand? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
So, I don't know. Aaliyah, what you got to say?
Mrs. Graham.
Pertaining to what?
I mean,
everything.
Being
you're on social media.
or-
I mean, you tell me.
The Graham.
I think the social media is the norm. And I think that people are just following the norm right now. And if you say anything contrary to what's already going on, then you're looked at as being weird. Or not being truthful, because today the truth is a lie and a lie is a truth.
So when you say not with the norm, can you go in a little bit in depth on that now? When you say not with the norm, meaning like what?
So for example, if we can say filters, for example. You see majority of people using filters versus you actually seeing their face. So when a person might be like, well, let me see what you look like. Call me on FaceTime. I want to see you when you without nothing on, blah, 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 blah. And then it's like, why you want to do that? Or what you want to do that for? I got pictures on Facebook, or I got pictures on social media. Look at those pictures.
Yeah, that's why I don't. That's why I leave the
So, I think when it comes down to social media, it's a norm thing, because what we see other people doing, we feel as though that even if we're not even doing it, we feel as though that we have to do it. We see people buying Louis Vuitton and Gucci and all these type of things, and going on these extravagant trips and getting flew out to all these different places, and we think we need to live that life.
So
Or we think we need to, or we think that we need to be or act in those ways, when we know we ain't even, you ain't doing that at home.
Yeah,
like that's not what it is. Like
you make it, crew. I get it.
Right. So it's just people are just going with the norm. And another one that I can use is I'm woke.
Oh yeah.
How many people holler I'm woke and don't know nothing about what woke mean?
Oh,
Too many.
Yeah.
So that alone is a perfect example, because once you say something to them about something, they don't know what you're talking about.
True.
So, all right, let me ask you a question now. Would you consider me, would you say, a weirdo if you're not part of the norm?
Yeah. Like for me, people be like, oh, are you crazy? I say yes.
Damn. Hit the button for me, player.
Damn.
That's just what it is, because now you have to be, if you're not doing what I done had somebody tell me, oh, you smoke? No. Oh, you got to be the only person in Pinellas County that don't smoke.
Damn.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So you have chicks around here
that smoked out,
smoking weed only because it's the norm. You got people being bisexual because it's the norm. You got people doing threesomes because it's the norm. You got people saying, oh, well, I don't identify with being a woman. I just want to be called they, because it's the norm, because people are doing it, and people are being successful doing those things, even behaving as women, men behaving as women, because you become successful by doing these things. So because everyone else is doing it, they look at you and they like, oh, well, you should do, you only hating on me because I'm doing it. No, I'm not hating on you because you're doing it. I'm tired of seeing it. I'm tired of seeing all of our Black men acting like women.
What's good?
Yeah,
it's like it's too many. Like, where are the straight men at?
Yeah,
in the building. In the building.
I'm the only Jamaican never born weed. Never born weed. Good.
So when you say norm, I mean that's everything that's going on around us right now. The minute you say, oh, well, you know what? It's they putting hormones or something like that in the food. What? Like, why would they do that? The government not gonna do nothing like that to us.
Let me ask everyone a question now. So, okay, with the situation that's going on, all right, everyone in the building is basically 70s, 80s babies. Okay, so we've always heard of the
way 70s.
This situations with Russia and the US from way back when we were kids. It's always been a love-hate relationship situation. And there's always been talk of war. Because even Bob Marley said every day is war. Even back when he was making music, it's same situation. He said, don't worry about nuclear. Okay. So at the end of the day, now when we're hearing the situation that's going on with the Ukraine and Russia and China and a bunch of them joining in on the situation. Hold on the line. I got a call that AK called in. But with China joining in the situation, I have been noticing that there's really no concern that there may be possibly a World War III situation
Yeah. Social media captures everybody
right in front of us, and no one is really like worried to the point where, you know, back in the days, you were all heard about that button, that so-called button,
Yeah.
that whatever nation decide to flip that button, it's a wrap, right? Now you've heard of missile launches going off.
Yeah.
China, Russia been testing,
Yeah.
but no one has really even. It's not a forefront. It's more like, let's see what the latest TikTok challenge is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because
more than anything else.
Because not long ago it was all about the news when the other president was. When that president's situation, everybody was watching the news. But now that situation is calm, a new president, we get off the news.
Let me ask everyone this,
social media,
because I've noticed, and I know a few of us in here don't have regular TV. Like, we don't watch TV.
Yeah,
I know I don't. Aaliyah, I know you.
I don't really
barely watch, right? You don't have cable itself.
No, I don't have cable or TV.
Sassy, what about you? You have,
I just stream.
And you ball out. So I know you probably got 15 cats.
I got an antenna, man. I do antenna. I don't speak Spanish. The section is Spanish.
No, because the reason being, now I'm asking this now.
By the time you wake up, you going habla
IG. The reason why I'm asking this is that because again, I think a lot of us decided to
disconnect,
back off,
disconnect
from all the negative news and the negative situations that we've been seeing on the news and in social media and different things like that, just to kind of get a norm for us mentally.
But sometimes we lean back on social media itself.
Cute.
People were on the phone.
That's true.
You like it?
Because I'm on neither. You understand? But the thing with it, why I'm saying this now, for instance, now, COVID-19.
He's 60s, man.
I am. COVID-19, right? I want everyone's honest opinion. So I'm going to list a few little things, and you just give me your firsthand, honest opinion. When you heard it, what was your reaction to it? And you let me know what's up. I just want to know, is the theory correct or incorrect? So let's go. COVID-19. Q, what'd you feel?
It was normal at first until the New York situation where people just dying. To me.
Okay. But inside, how did you feel? You, when you started seeing it, outside of the fact that you may catch it, how did you feel?
You having a doubt you won't be in that pack. You won't catch it.
So it didn't bother you at first?
Never. No.
Okay. Aaliyah?
Bullshit.
Okay, but the main thing, what I'm saying, empathetic, did you feel empathy for those others, or was it just like, whoa, and it wasn't even a thought because you didn't have to worry about it?
I don't know. I may not be the person to ask that question. And the only reason why I'm saying that is because I feel as though that they control our media so much to the point to wherein they can put a movie and make it seem like it's COVID-19. So is no way of us knowing if it's actually true. Unless we over there, because it's so funny how stuff be going on, and then you could ask somebody that lives in the area and they're like, these hospitals empty.
Because the media is.
I mean, have you experienced that with anybody? Because I have.
Let me tell you something. I was on I'm gonna get to you, Sassy. I know what, Sassy. Let me ask you first, and then I'll go into this because I'm gonna answer something to what Aaliyah was saying just now. But go ahead, Sassy. You're. Yeah,
I mean, okay, it came about. Then a few weeks later, I had people that were, died from it. So, but I wasn't overwhelmingly terrified of it.
Okay. Now, I remember I was up in Lakeland. I think it was Lakeland. And I remember seeing something. I was working and I seen a guy going, and this is in the early stages of this COVID-19 situation. The guy went into a convenience store, and I'm watching the whole situation. I'm like, whoa, okay. Guy went in, guy come out. A couple other people went in, a couple other people came out. But then all of a sudden now, a hazmat crew came out. Like, oh, it's crazy. Like they came out now and they put up like a curtain. They had a truck and they put this person behind the curtain. They set up like a makeshift. I don't know if it was maybe something to wash the person off or maybe detoxify the person or whatever. I don't know. But they put him on a gurney and they shipped the person out. But then I'm looking at the whole thing and I'm saying to myself, oh,
You're too close.
no, I was far away from it, but close enough to see everything. But I'm still saying to myself, people kept going in and out of the store.
And that particular person.
You understand what I'm saying? Like if it's contaminated, that's what made it feel funny to me. Where it's like, something ain't right here. If it's a hazardous situation, shouldn't you quarantine the whole environment? You understand what I'm saying? Like you only took one individual out. The person that came with that person was still sitting in the vehicle. They didn't say nothing to that person. That person actually drove the car off and left. So I'm saying to myself, if that person's contaminated too, they just left it. Now they're going to contaminate everyone else. That had me kind of like, so going back to what Aaliyah said, it kind of like put me at a point where it was like, yeah, I don't really know. But until it hit home, where I lost a good friend of the family, then it hit like, whoa, yeah, this is serious.
Yeah.
You understand? And not to take anything from anyone else. And I understand where you're coming from, Aaliyah, where you're saying for you, BS, because a lot of people were screaming that. And we're still not saying it's not BS. It's just that
right, absolutely.
You know,
because at the same time, it could be other stuff that people was dying from, and they just gonna say COVID.
Right.
So it ain't even we don't even really know.
We don't know.
People was
still don't know.
Or we don't know whether they was inducing death to people.
Is it China shut down again right now?
And see, that's another thing now. So now,
they're shut down again,
going back into it, how are all those nurses, doctors, we call it MAs, different people like that? How are they put back into society? Because at that point, I think they're fully desensitized to anything now at this point. Because at a point in New York, people's bodies were in trucks.
Yeah.
And you're watching this.
That's what's the scary part.
You understand what I'm saying? So now, I mean, nurses, all right. We have a lot of doctors and nurses within our family. And I think they're the ones that are the most desensitized when it comes to death. Like they handle death different.
Yeah.
Like something happening, like, hey, it happens. You're like, what? You know what I mean? But because they have to deal with that on a day-to-day, you have to kind of separate yourself on that. But to actually see it in a mass number, it really would put you at like you just checked out.
And
altogether.
I know how much of them take care of themselves through the pandemic. It was scary for them, but they still work through it. And we on the outside were more panicked than the people going into
Inside.
it. It's strange.
Here's the most recent one. So New York, I got a text. Matter of fact, I got a text from California, which is so crazy. I got a text from California. It told me, yo, what's going on in New York? I'm like, what you talking about? It's like, yo, y'all shooting up stuff up in New York. I'm like, what? So they shot me the thing. That's when the guy in New York with the subway situation that recently just happened.
Oh.
So even with that, the concern part of it, as far as is if any one of your loved ones might be on that train or on the platform or anything like that, don't even kick in.
Yeah.
It's just like, I don't even know. Them people bugging, you know, because it's like, it's an everyday movement.
Yeah,
you hear it every day, like,
New York is,
you know,
New York is a crazy place, man.
And that's the thing with it. And that's the problem with it now, that we're seeing it so much that we don't even worry about it anymore. Because when that happened, I remember when 9/11 happened, it was mainly, yo, I got family out there.
Yeah.
Yo, let me call them. Let me see if they're okay. Let me see if this one's okay. Now it's to the point you're not even calling anybody. It's more like
You're looking for the answers on social media.
yeah, you know,
Yeah.
like you looking like, all right, there's a shooting in
All
Brooklyn.
these school shooting.
It's shooting in Brooklyn. I got a lot of people out in Brooklyn, but I'll be honest with you, I didn't call anyone. It was more like, damn, I don't know, like I'll get the information in a minute. But it was so odd. Like I said, I got the call from California, shot me the text like, yo, what's going on in New York? You see what I'm saying? And even then, it was like, okay, I'll check it when I get a chance. I personally didn't even call anyone because, again, it's like I'm kind of saying to myself, well, ain't nobody call me, say, you know what I'm saying? And again, that's the bad part about it. I'm guilty of it. That's the bad part about it because I wasn't even looking to say, let me call like I did when 9/11 happened. I called everyone I knew in Manhattan and Brooklyn. Yo, you good? You good? You good? Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But as the years go on, you're like, okay.
Yeah, it become numb to these things, you know.
Because all right, let's take for instance now, what's that? When the assassination happened for the Haiti's president, assassination. Okay, an assassination. I mean, the last thing we've seen like that was probably like JFK, right? Like literally on film, right? Am I right or wrong? Because we haven't seen it for any other president or any government official, right? So like to see Haiti's president get assassinated, they storm this man's house and do this, and it's like, honestly, I remember out in Miami, it was just like, and even with some of my Haitian brothers and sisters, some of them I heard, oh man, but a lot of them was just like, yo, it's crazy over there. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy over there. Because at that point now, it's like between everything that was going on prior to that, and then that just being the icing on the cake, it was just more like, hey, that's why I'm here. It's crazy. When at that point, there should be more of an uproar. You understand? There should be more of an uproar situation of like, yo, we're not going to stand for that, especially knowing the outcome that happened and when they were saying who did it, where it came from. But it just came and left. Like right now, do we even know what happened to his wife? We don't know.
No.
You
understand what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, you gotta be following it.
We don't know.
Yeah.
The last we heard, she was in the hospital.
Yeah.
That's all we know.
She came back.
But
She came back.
right, but what I'm saying is, if you're not really, there's no, the news is just like that right now. If it's not pulling numbers, move on. They moved on.
Yeah.
And that's it. And the same thing that we do day to day, we move on. With the same thing, with the same notion now, social media has allowed us to take to do things from a distance.
We're just living.
You understand what I'm saying? You ever get that? You ever get that hug, tap on your back?
Yeah, that.
And you feel like, what was that? It just felt. That's where we are now, where it's just like we're like, yeah, I feel bad for you, tap. You know, and you kind of just, there's a distance in between you guys.
Yeah,
where at this point,
a fake love, man.
people are. It's easy for someone to say now, oh man, I'll say a prayer for you. But then they walk off and they don't say the prayer, right?
I pray for you.
You understand what I'm saying? Or they say, man, I'm sorry to hear that.
We have you in
and then they just walk off.
We have you in your prayer.
Yeah, we have you in. Yeah, we're gonna have you and your family in our prayers. But then
we don't even
they walk
pray.
off and they don't pray.
We don't.
But they don't check back on you. So what social media exposure does to the brain is each time you see something, especially about yourself, especially something that's good, you get a dose of dopamine, make you feel good. That's to say, cocaine acts on the body, on the brain the same way. It enhances that dopamine release. Right? So it's kind of like getting a little shot of cocaine, I guess. I don't know. So you get that dopamine. So you keep coming back because when you're not feeling good about yourself, you go back on it. Now you're looking for something
to
That's
make
good. That's positive about you.
Yeah.
And you find that you look for that like.
True.
Somebody posts a comment on something that you did, and you get that little dose. You keep getting these doses of dopamine.
Man, I do.
So
you
it ends up that
I think he's the one, Andre 3000. Dopamine. I mean, dopamine. That's dopamine right there. That's his new name, dopamine.
we tend to, the more you expose yourself to social media, you have a higher tendency of becoming more self-absorbed, right?
Like
more about me.
Yeah,
so when we hear stories that seem negative and don't include you directly, you move on to something else. You're back on that search for something good about yourself, and that's what that is. That's how it goes.
Yeah, like
and that's that cycle.
You watch one video and you say this is the last one. You go through the next 10.
Exactly what I'm talking about. Because that was Q in LA. That was Q in LA. All night, yo. Laughing and looking at different things. I'm like, yo, this dude's tripping. Like, yo, you out in LA. Let's hit the streets. Every time I say, yo, I'm going out in the hood. Let's go. Let's go.
Wow.
Yo, hold on. Let me visualize this real quick. It's like, yo, come on.
It's entertaining too, man.
Yeah.
It's entertaining too, man.
I mean, I get it. Don't get me wrong. I get it.
Wait, Aaliyah's talking. Mute.
You have to enjoy life and living things and where you are at the time that you're there. I mean, I think that people should, and I know I do, but I don't know about other people, but I think people should take time to go outside and watch the birds or feed the birds. I go outside and I feed the birds bread. Yeah. So it's like, I think those things should still be, you should activate your mind in some of those aspects too, because only settling for just scrolling, using your finger to scroll through social media and see everybody else living, they might post on, because I know for me, I'll post on there, but you best believe if I'm off somewhere, I'm having me a good time.
Yeah.
Living in the moment.
Yeah. So I think it's important to do that and still enjoy those small things, even if it's an hour to take a nap.
Yep.
Yo, I can just imagine Aaliyah at the daycare. You be the worst teacher. You be pushing them kids to the side. Like, move over, man. I'm about to take a nap too. It's like, teacher, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Teacher got to sleep too.
Hey, I was outside today. Today. I had like an hour. Downtime from not doing any clients. And I went outside and sat in my car with the door open in the sun and took me a nap with my mouth open.
Oh my God. I can see that.
That'd be the best sleep.
I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah.
When she drives
to
305. She don't go at the rest stop.
Yo, I'll be the one too. I'll be the one, pull up, and I'll blow that truck home. Like, wake your ass up.
Don't worry about it. You're not. It's working.
It's cool. Like I said, listen.
Yeah. If you wake up like that,
it's whatever it is for each individual that find that happiness in life. You know what I'm saying? Whatever your route is, take it. You know what I mean? At the end of the day.
I went home, I feel tired, and I put on my
Instagram.
My Bluetooth. My Bluetooth box. I put on some regular waterfalls, just and bird going. And
they call that white noise, Q. They call that white noise, not black noise, but white noise.
No, but I stayed there for at least an hour and a half, just chilling. But water was, and it was good enough. And I think I want to do it. I maybe not be doing the napping, but yeah, it's good, man.
It's good. I mean, each and every one of us need it at the end of the day, because at the end of the day, like I said, according to how fully engulfed you are in this situation called social media, will have its own outcome at the end of the day. I know for me, I am definitely not in the matrix.
60s.
Yeah, I am
60s.
fully off the grid. I mean,
It's that antique Android phone that he has.
no, it's not that. I think they actually
Disconnected.
it's not that. It's just I don't. I for me, and I'm just speaking for myself. I don't see the relevance in everyone knowing my every move or what I do. Like you don't need to see what I'm eating. You don't need to see who I'm
But that's
hanging
not
out with.
that's not
That's
no.
not only social
No, I'm
media.
not speaking for everyone. I'm
Everybody.
speaking for
No,
myself.
no. I'm just saying in general. Like
Yeah, get him. Ali.
just because you post, like say for instance, I know I post sometimes. I be posting days later. So it doesn't mean that's what you're
No, I
doing
know.
at that very moment.
But I'm just saying for myself. Meaning, I
Yeah, no, I know what you. Yeah, I know what you're saying, but I'm saying you don't have to do that. Nobody has to necessarily do that because people feel like, oh, because that's those are the people that are kind of judging people by the things that they post on their social media. Because I know for me, I be posting all kind of stuff. Like one minute you might see me post something, and then the next minute you might see me post something different. But you shouldn't even be trying to figure out who I am from what I'm posting, because that might not have nothing to do with me, what I'm posting.
I know.
True.
You know what I mean? So I saw on this show today that that the officers, I guess the police officers, detectives or whoever, the first thing they did when they caught this guy who killed some people, they went on his social media to try to get a feel of who he was.
Yeah, that's what they do now. Yeah.
And I think that's why I think a lot of people do what you're saying. They do put exactly their thoughts and their feelings and their emotions verbatim on social media. There are a lot of people who do that, but then there are some people who do not.
You want to
Well,
know
you
why,
see-
Leah?
Huh?
I said, you want to know why?
Because they're unstable.
Emotional damage.
They are unstable.
A perfect example of that, the gentleman that they caught in New York with the subway situation, he did do a post. And I say I don't even want to say mental illness because that's the first checkout. Don't get me wrong now.
Yeah, that's the first.
It has to be a mental
but not for all of us.
situation going on, but I don't want to say full out mental illness because I can consciously know what I'm doing. It's just not the correct thing, and it's not the norm of what should be happening in society.
You know what? I might have to disagree with you on that one.
Because also that what they said about the stars, actors, and all of them, the quickest way out for them, rehab. Just say, I'm going to rehab.
No, the reason why I'm saying, and I'll check it what I'm saying. The person went on there and said he wants to do damage to a lot of people. Yeah. Okay. Now, again, we don't know the individual on a day-to-day situation. For us in society, when we look at that, we will automatically click to say something's wrong with him mentally. Yeah. But until someone is diagnosed with something, we know a lot of people. I got a lot of homies that I know probably is clinically something's wrong. But we have never really came to the conclusion that, clinically something's up. But they off the deep end on certain little things that they do. But at the end of the day, we've never clinically and on a day-to-day, even now, moving around, they're normal to us. It's just there's certain things that in their mind, how they go about solving their problems with certain things is different from how another individual would. Yeah. That's not to say he's clinically. Yeah.
No, I know exactly what you're saying. And the reason why I say that is because, I got into a debate with someone about the same thing that you kind of talking about, like mental illness. And the thing is that when you look at mental illness, you can probably see that in everyone. There's
You
a
can
little
identify something, yeah. You can
there's a
say,
little bit of each one of those things in every one of us. The thing is that how much of it is in us.
Right.
So I'm going to use this example because this is my personal experience, and it was something that I was doing. I was doing something in my math class, and what I was doing is, for some reason, when I see one thing on there to tell me to do, I was doing another thing, and I caught it. I caught on to the fact that I was doing it. So what I did, I started questioning, okay, is it something that's causing me to, why do I see that and then I'm still doing this? So sometimes we have things, or it could be other things that has caused us to a deficiency somewhere that has caused us to lack in certain areas. For one, it could be the pineal gland. When you talk about the pineal gland, this is our common sense.
You've been hanging out with Dr. Johnson, huh?
The pineal gland controls our common sense. So if you eat or consume a lot of sugar, you're going to kill your pineal gland, which is your common sense. So if you're thinking that other people have, that's common sense. You should know this, so you should know that. It's not necessarily that they even know, because they don't even have that cognitive ability to know, because they killed that part of themselves. So it's deeper than just saying, hey, okay, this person has a mental illness, it just haven't been diagnosed yet. It's deeper than just that.
So John, when you find out you're mental,
from day one, I knew I was sick. Sick with it.
That's true, so chill.
People been telling me for years, you crazy. I know I'm crazy. What are you? I listen, man. I mean, a lot of us have that small little piece of us.
I think you're downplaying it. I think you're downplaying it.
For you talk about me or just in general?
I think you're downplaying it.
I know you say me or in general. I'm still trying to understand.
I'm talking about you.
Oh man!
So Ali, I found out in math class.
Hold on. Was it that you couldn't get the understanding of the math calculation that's going on in your head, or were you saying John is crazy?
Everybody has some crazy in them.
I don't think I reached mine yet.
I think you have.
I'll be honest with you.
I don't.
I'll be honest with you.
I think you have.
I looked at Aaliyah. No. I looked at Aaliyah years ago and I said, she's crazy. You know why? Because anytime she talks, she goes, she smiles first like that, and it's that smile, and then what?
No,
he said, "Yo, did you hear me?" All right.
I think, you know what? I think I keep my crazy under control.
You know what? You told me this a while back, on a couple episodes back. Yeah. You said it's not really up to you to say that. It's for the other individual to tell us that about you. Boom. So it's not really that you kept it under control. I need to ask someone else. Is she cray? And they be like, hell yeah. So I would have to ask someone else that. It's not
by
really
all means, you can make phone calls and you can find out and ask.
I'll get the receipts on that one day. I'll get the receipts.
I don't think it's craziness everybody having them. It's just how people express things different. It's not craziness. It's just
express yourself. See?
You said people express themselves differently?
Yeah. And people take it as crazy. Yeah.
I don't know if I can. I don't know. I mean, I think that could be true, because you have to look at what is the standard. How do we know? How do we know that we're not meant here to behave this way or to act this way?
But
How
things
do
have
we know
changed.
we're not positioned? How do we know we're not positioned to do certain things that needs to be done on Earth? Because that's just like picking out an animal that maybe eat fireflies and say that's crazy for the animal to eat from fireflies.
Yeah, it's just like you and your female. She always, catch up with you and you lay back. And the one time you answer back, he's crazy.
What's your problem? You're crazy.
Yeah, he's a problem.
But you know what?
Uh-oh.
That's one thing. That right there. When people do certain things, that's something that people tell you ahead of time if you're really paying attention, because they'll tell you that, hey, if you don't answer the phone, then that means I'm gonna show up. So if they tell you, that don't necessarily mean that they're crazy. That means they already establishing what type of person they are, and they're letting you know what type of person they are. Does that still make them crazy, or does that make them? Because there's somebody out there who like it. Somebody like it.
My translation for that is crazy.
Crazy.
Cray.
What I'm saying is there is someone who likes that about a person.
That's two crazy people.
I know someone like that. I know someone like that.
And that's how they operate. And y'all done been with crazy women before, so y'all like it too.
I'm north.
Them bushes, the bushes.
That boy, I'm north. I know people like that.
No,
that's two crazy people, man.
You're gonna leave Elliot tonight, man.
No. I ain't her. I said I know someone like that. Them boys is up north. I know them dudes.
Don't try to put it on the boys up north. You done been with them crazy too.
That's crazy.
The crazy coming out.
This is what I said. Hey, girl, you gonna make me go crazy. You're not gonna. You want to say you're not gonna make me go crazy. Nah, not gonna do it. You know what she said? Yes, it is. Yeah, we all got a little bit in us. We all got a little bit, small amount. Some got more.
Like sassy labor.
She probably the craziest one. I'll tell you that. Yeah, it's them quiet ones. I used to be that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I already said I'm crazy.
Well, I'm saying, see, I don't need to go check the reference no more. Done deal. You said to go check the reference. I don't need to. You said it.
I already said it.
Done deal. See, so that's what I'm saying. It's usually the quiet ones now. You see, and that's the thing. They're the ones that hold back until, you know what I'm saying?
Till they black out.
They black out. When they come to, they're like, what happened? Like, asking everyone in the room. It's like, you threw out that Game Boy and the PlayStation. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
First floor.
Don't try to add my add comic relief in with
the cray.
My experiences.
The cray.
You call no names. Put yourself up.
My man So Chill. What up? Yeah, So Chill. Crazy is as crazy does. Yeah, especially when you certain associates.
Crazy is as crazy does.
Yep. That's who you standing next to. Guilty by association on the facts. So, okay. So, all right. In closing now, let me ask everyone. Now, I'm just going to throw some names. You tell me, were you desensitized to it or did it resonate different? So, each one I'm going to throw a different thing. So, let me see. Aaliyah, R. Kelly.
I'm down. I was down with R. Kelly.
So that means you were desensitized then.
I'm not gonna say I was desensitized. I think I would probably say they already knew what was going on. So what was the point at this point? Y'all let him do it all this long time. What you gonna stop him for now?
Okay.
They let it go. They let it go on for so long.
Sassy, Bill Cosby.
I followed that story. I was interested in that story.
So not desensitized. Okay.
Yeah, because
Q. That young child beating up the teacher recently.
I've seen it.
Oh, it was two of them. Matter of fact, it was two 5-year-old, 6-year-old. Yeah, beat up a teacher recently. No, it was a teacher. They beat up a teacher.
Two of them.
And she let him.
There was two stories.
No.
Yeah,
Two students.
Oh yeah. It was,
knocked out a teacher. I don't even know. It didn't even make sense to me, but
she was unconscious. Yeah.
Unconscious. The students was like what, 6 or 7?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, I saw that one.
5.
Yeah,
Even
5.
worse.
The 5-year-old beat up the teacher?
2 of them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
2 of them jumped the teacher.
2 5-year-olds?
Sometimes it's just
Knocked out the teacher.
Sometimes it's where you get the blow, you know?
1 minute she's good. That
This
bell
is a
rung.
white lady?
Could be.
Yeah.
Got to be a white lady.
It's like the video, but it's like the other video with, I think it's the grandmother, and
I saw that.
I didn't hear about that one.
That one,
I heard a teacher.
Man.
What, the grandkids did something to grandmother?
Yeah. And then the older grandkids are videotaping it.
See, that go back to what I'm saying.
Social media crazy.
So now for you,
Telling
desensitized or not,
for what?
the student or the grandmother, whichever one you want to pick,
Not really. Eh?
didn't bother you.
I think everybody is desensitized.
I think so at this point. I think so at this point.
Because I'm gonna I can't say
Mike
I can't
Tyson
say that there is very few. I watch a lot of psychology things,
Right.
and I can say there's very few that has caused me to like really be hurting in my heart for a person.
Whatever happened, right?
Yeah.
Right. So I think you're was it meant to happen?
Yeah, it was meant for her to get knocked out because she shouldn't let no 2 5-year-olds get her knocked out. Yes,
I
it was.
She was good, and then that bell rung. All right, class. Goop, goop.
Wow.
You know,
I would honestly. I mean, I'm not making a joke of it, but honestly, I would have to see that bean footage. I would have to see it because I still can't see it in my head.
No,
2 5-year-olds knocking me out.
I can't see it. Not knocking me out.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
listen, man, you can't get a blow anywhere over here.
Understandable, but just the height difference,
she stooped down to their level.
Meaning, put her face in their face. You know, like, what are you gonna do?
So she asked for it, basically.
Yo,
you gotta watch these.
That's crazy.
These are like
a YouTube thing.
COVID babies right now, man. They built different now.
That's true.
Yeah.
I remember body slamming my son when he was like 6 years old.
Allegedly.
Oh no, I body slammed him.
Oh, she's past DCF. You're way past DCF.
Way past DCF.
I forgot. Hey, DCF, man, it ain't gonna bother you.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't like that for me because I've seen some
different things
in school with kids and teachers, you know.
So as I said, as you said, I think at this point we're all desensitized
to some degree,
I think so.
to a certain degree.
Yeah.
You know, if it's not something personal with us or a family member or friend, I think
It could be for some of that too. Our personal experiences mixed with a lot of stuff that we see on TV and the things that we see constantly, because it's always some drama. It's always something that we seeing on TV. So I do believe that it's, you know,
we're just overstimulated.
Yeah. It's just like it's you're not gonna get a whoa or you know, it's a 5-year-old.
That's crazy. I still can't see. I would have to see the footage. I still couldn't happen. I'd have to get somebody. But either way, listen. So to conclude now, we come to the conclusion. All of us in here agreed the same thing that
I'm still waiting on the Mike Tyson one.
Oh, the video?
Oh no,
which I think
he deserved that. Who deserved that? He lucky he ain't get more than that.
That one is
so. Yeah. That one there.
Don't bother me on a red eyes flight.
No, I don't think he's.
He deserved that.
Mike never. Mike, he didn't even hit him. I know.
No, he hit him.
No,
he ain't catch him. He ain't catch him fully the way how he could have caught him, but it's all good.
I'm not gonna lock him out, but I am gonna bruise him up a little bit.
It's all good. I want to give a special shout out to a friend of mine out in California, Coach Ali Drew. Good one today. It's a milestone for her. I just want to applaud her on her achievement for today. very good friend of mine. So I just want to applaud you,
What's up, Pauline?
Coach Arlene Drew, for your achievements today. God continue to bless you on your journey. A great individual, great inspiration, a great friend. So
yeah,
keep up the good work.
Love you,
keep
Arlene.
it up. We love you.
Yeah.
Aside from that, I think to close, I think at this point now, at a certain point, we probably do need to step back from social media sometimes. And like you said, smell the roses, hear the birds, see the butterflies.
Live life.
Live life. At the end of the day, like what's the thing that I would say? Life, laugh, and love.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Life, laugh, and
live,
love.
Live, laugh, and love.
Yeah. Live life.
I remember I went to Fantasia concert,
mm-hmm.
and she made everybody put their phones away.
Yeah, I think at a certain point, yeah.
To enjoy and dance, because she wanted people to dance and enjoy and not, huh?
Did you?
You know she did. Hell yeah. Give her that look. He cray.
No, I know she's gonna squeeze a picture still.
Don't believe it. He cray.
She's gonna.
Oh yeah, you know, yeah. My
go,
bad. He is right. He is right. Yeah, he is right on that one, Aaliyah. He is right on that one. If not, you know, she gonna do it when she leaving the concert or something. You still, yeah, he right though. Yeah.
The phone is gonna be low like this, like
she gonna have it low and she gonna be dancing.
She gonna take a fast one before she put it in the purse.
Yeah.
You see the picture, you're like, yo, what's that dark stuff around? That's going in my purse.
You see how you're smiling?
She knows. She a little cray. We know.
You never get nobody tell her to put away her phone that she got.
We know. But enjoy yourself and keep enjoying life.
Yeah.
And like I said, you know, the beautiful part of it, again, God has put each and every one of us in each other's path for a reason. And again, aside from everything that's going on in society, that's why sometimes even with us, we take a break and we hang out and we enjoy life. Shabs, what's up? Yes, family.
Brother John and
hold on a minute. To be real, must remove or lessen exposure to social media. Yes. Most definitely. And see, that's not an old school thing. That's just a right or wrong thing. At the end of the day, because again, it's programming. Try and remember that it is programming. So deprogram and I guess reprogram later on. But at that point, pause out for the family, pause out for life, pause out for God, and pause out for love.
Can I say one thing? I want to ask a question. Maybe we can touch on this at another episode.
Sure.
But do you feel as though you should pause on positive things you see on social media too?
That's a good one.
Is that still considered? Well, I'm asking this question. I know the answer that I have for it, but is that still programming?
Pause.
It is.
It is still programming.
Pause on positive things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you,
you're gonna gravitate to it if you think it's positive.
Let me. I had a discussion. I'm glad you brought that up, and we're not gonna jump in it for too long. And maybe
that's why I said we can discuss that on another show.
We can, but real quick, the reason why I say it's programming still, it's all according to what that individual that posted it wanted to do.
The intent and the energy.
Because
so again,
there's people out there for that number.
But not only that, it's also flawed. It's also flawed. And the reason why it's also flawed because a lot of times we're only basing it off of what somebody is saying versus our experiences and what we know.
Yeah.
And that's the funny thing that you said that. The funny thing with it, you ever notice something? And the reason being, I watched something today and I found it very ironic, right? So it was a room full of people that were so-called thugged out, right? But then the minute that one person that had a little bit more clout said something, everyone agreed. Even when it didn't make sense.
That's called groupthink.
Yeah, you're right. That's
a whole separate topic. Yeah.
You're looking at it like,
that's
what made him right? You know what I'm saying? What made him right? Just for the mere fact that he's
a social media what do you call them, socialite or whatever you call them nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you right for real. Yeah. How's he right? Like, what he's saying don't even make sense. But you will get that. So that's why I said, even with a positive thing, if he was saying something positive, but he's just trying to create the narrative or control the audience.
Yeah.
And he knows that his clout can create that
control.
Then it is damaging still.
Presidents do it all the time.
All day. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But yeah, let's dive into a show on that for real.
Yeah.
For real. So
yeah, I can go a little bit more in depth because I said that based off of Q answers, saying that you learn stuff from there. But sometimes just because you think you learning something don't make it true.
Facts. Tell Q that. You gotta go back to what do you call it? Summer school. So okay. I want to thank a couple of people for tonight. For always supporting. Of course. So chill, for real. Family for life. All day, every day. You've been here from day one.
Chill.
Shavs, new to the page. Thank you very much, Cuzzo, for always. I seen the comments and I love the comments. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Erica, thank you very much for joining us tonight. Of course, Maria, Callie, plus all our regular heads that have always been here from day. Suge, Big Suge, of course.
Khalil,
yes, Khalil, for real. Who else?
Aaliyah.
Oh, Eki, Cayman Islands, for real. Kareem, Brittany. Who else? There's so many.
the family in London checking in.
Family in London always checking in. Canada, Brooklyn, Queens, of course. Big Sock, Moyo, Brian, Maurice, Myron, the rest of the family, man. Kusa. Yo, it's always been love from day one, man. Shout out to Nisha J. Yeah. Nisha J. My girl.
When Nisha, we
waiting on you. Okay. So I hope this enlighten a couple of people tonight that do not allow social media to put you in the matrix.
Yeah.
Control your own matrix. Have your own blue pill. And sometimes deprogram. Step away and love life. Love your family. And take the time.
Get pregnant.
Out. Get what? Get what? She must not have been here for that part we had with the lawyers. Not the fellas in here. We're good. Yeah. The fellas all ran out. Look at them. They all ran out. What?
My barber hooked him up on it, man.
Oh, what?
On one of the lawyers again.
Oh, I thought you said. Okay,
said, so we closing, but he said his two kids he haven't seen them for over a year.
They hooked him up,
and he's paying child support.
Okay, I need my finder's fee. So listen, I want to thank everyone for joining us as always, man. Live at the Barbershop is forever gonna be here for you every Friday. Educate, entertaining,
forever,
and forever, ever. We will be in the community. Yeah, we will be in the community trying to make changes. I want to give a shout out also to Barrington and my man out in Miami. Oh man, I just lost my train of thought. Oh man, what am I doing? Archie, my bad. Archie, yo, you family for real. Barrington, Archie for taking the time out for us this weekend was a very enlightening, educational thing. My apologies, Archie, cause you family, man. I don't know. I just got a brain situation just now, but yo, you family for life and for the future. It ain't old age. It's just a lot of thing going on, but for the future, Miami, this family have given back to the community down in Alapata and Liberty City and different areas. So I want to definitely bring them in on the show. Another special shout out to my people out in LA over in Skid Row for doing phenomenal work out there to try and educate and try and get things changed out there. Bobby Buck, what's going on? and Lady DD, for real, we're gonna try and get you on the show and get this thing moving as well. So we need the support to get the community going, not just here, but everywhere. We're all one community at the end of the day. So those are future episodes that are coming up on Live at the Barbershop as well. We're moving in different directions, different cities, different avenues. So be prepared. It's gonna be a lot of good things coming. Okay. So on that note, let's close out. So
check us out on all platforms: YouTube, Facebook, Anchor, Amazon Music, Audible Podcaster, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts, and iHeartRadio, baby.
Oh yeah.
Congratulations.
Oh, yeah.
She looked like she could do another show.
That's that cray. That's that cray.
She's up tonight.
She's up, apparently, yo.
She can do it.
You heard me say I took a nap.
Oh, that's why. Okay, you don't have to take more than power naps then, for real. Yo, hey, don't forget, man. Also, I need everyone to go out and support that situation that Aaliyah's in. Her movie debut about to drop. So get your autographs early, because when she blow up, you ain't gonna find her after this. You know what I'm saying? She gonna act like she ain't know us. We coming to the movie premiere. We gonna be like, Aaliyah, what's up? She's like, do I know you? Oh my God.
Oh, y'all need to come, because we're gonna have a mention party in June.
Say word. For the show?
Yes.
For the premiere?
For the movie, yes.
Where at?
Yes.
Where
it's
at?
Gonna be in St. Pete.
All right, we in there. Let us know ahead of time. We're gonna make it happen. Okay?
I don't know.
Make sure we get in the door. She like, I don't know them. Oh, man, that's messed up. Yo, I'm glad. I like seeing you when you take your nap. We're gonna have to send you more power naps. Yes. All day, every day, man.
It look like she take that nap for 10 minutes tonight.
Yeah.
Hercules.
Okay. Now everybody else in the house is like, can you go to sleep? So, yo, once again, I tell everybody out there, please go out in the world and be somebody. God damn it. Live at the Barbershop. See you next Friday, 9 p.m. sharp. No CP time, baby. Holla.
Go out in the world and be somebody.